We're here today talking with Aurelia Spencer about her new children's book, Mama, Where Did Nana Go? Thank you so much for joining us, Aurelia.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Why don't we start by you just tell us a little bit about the book. Give us a glimpse into it.
Well, the book is a wonderful tribute to the relationship I had with my own grandmother. Growing up, my grandmother taught me how to bake, and we did each other's hair, things like that. We planted flowers in the garden, and so it's a tribute to that relationship, and really, a dedication to the relationship that children have with their grandparents. It's a very special and unique type of relationship. And the book goes into once Nana does get sick and pass away, the little girl in the book has to adjust. She has to learn how to go on without her grandmother, and the book walks the little girl through that. And she comes to understand how what she learned from her grandmother and the things that she did with her grandmother strengthen her. And she is able to go on and to continue to do those things that she did with her grandmother, but still know that her grandmother is with her because she has that memory of doing those things with her grandmother. And so it's comforting. It lets her know her grandmother is always with her.
You talked about it's kind of written to honor your own grandmother. Was there kind of a point in time, or was it more of a process where you decided to write this book and to kind of share this story?
The idea for the book came to me early this year. I was an adult when my grandmother passed away, so I wasn't a little girl, but I still remember the pain of coming to her house after she passed away and looking into her bedroom as if somehow she would be there, and just feeling that absence, the void of her not being there. And so I thought, how difficult it must be for a child to try to wrap their head around the loss of a loved one, to understand what death is, and that, it could be possible to still understand that their loved one is with them. And so that was the inspiration for the book. Um, Even though, as an adult, um, I dealt with the loss of my grandmother, I just knew that there must be, so many children really struggling with how to process the loss of that loved one.
Yeah, I think we can all remember the first time we lost a loved one, even if, like I myself, like you were sharing later in life, but still just dealing with that and struggling with that. So thanks so much for sharing with us. Before we end our time together today, anything else you want to share with us about your book?
Sure. The book is not just for children. As I said, my grandmother was passed as an adult when I was an adult. Um, but it was healing for me, as a grown up. And so the book can really be healing for anyone, um, not just children, but especially for children. It is written, but children of any age, I'd like to say. So, including that inner child that we all have and need to nurture. So, the book is for everyone, not just children.
Yes. And you can grab a copy. It's Mama, Where Did Nana Go? It's available through Page Publishing. The book has its own webpage there. You can also grab a copy online through Amazon, through Barnes and Noble. Even available, I call it a Kindle or ebook version, available through the Books app on iTunes. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a great day.
You too.